Have you ever noticed that sudden unexplained ringing in your ear, like a signal from somewhere deeper, and wondered what it means? For some of us, especially if you carry a special mark like the letter M or a perfect crescent moon on your palm, this isn't random noise. It can be a subtle alert, a spiritual forecast that happens just before something important shifts in your life. Today, let's explore what that ringing might be telling you, why it matters, and how to respond when it happens, so you can align with breakthroughs instead of getting caught off guard. Before we dive in, take a moment to bring your awareness inward. Recall the last time your ear rang unexpectedly, and soon after, something significant happened. Hold that memory gently as we go on. By the end of this video script, you'll see that ring in a whole new light. Sensing the invisible. Why your body rings first. There's a natural stillness in the air before a storm, a heaviness you might feel but can't quite name. In the same way, your body often senses shifts before anything obvious appears in the world around you. For those tuned into deeper currents, marked by that M or crescent moon sign, this sensing can be heightened. The ear ringing you experience isn't a glitch or mere stress. It's like a spiritual alarm going off just as your life's timeline starts to bend. When you feel that brief, high-pitched tone, it may come minutes or even hours before a change. Perhaps an unexpected conversation, a financial turn, someone from your past reappearing, or a fresh opportunity showing up out of nowhere. If you ignore it, you might miss a chance to prepare, and the shift can feel jarring. But if you learn to recognize it as a message, you can move through that moment with more ease and even welcome what's coming. Recognizing the signal patterns. Rather than listing many numbered types, let's frame 3 broad ways this pre-shift ringing shows up. Think of them as different flavors of alerts, but we won't dwell on a long checklist. Instead, notice which resonates with you. Emotional warnings. Sometimes the ring comes when your heart is carrying something unspoken. It may hint that an old issue is resurfacing. Maybe someone you thought was healed from comes back in your thoughts or in reality. You might feel a sudden twinge of anxiety or a memory stirring. For those with heightened sensitivity, the chosen ones, this often shows up as a ringing in one ear, gently nudging you to pay attention to feelings you haven't fully faced. Opportunity alerts. Other times, the ring signals that a door is about to open, a chance you haven't yet seen. You might wake up feeling restless, as if your mind won't settle. That could be your cue to stay open rather than shrink back in fear. If you ignore it and carry on as usual, the chance might slip by. But if you pause and stay present, you can notice signs pointing you towards something new, a message, a person, a project. Over time, you'll learn to trust that restless energy as a prompt to stay grounded and ready. Growth or resistance. Signals. There are moments when your gifts or responsibilities are expanding, and that can stir resistance from inside you or around you. The ringing then may feel more intense or last longer, and you might sense pressure in your head or have unusual dreams. It's like your soul gearing up for a next level. The resistance that arises is simply the tug-of-war between the old comfort zone and what you're stepping into. Recognizing this helps you see that the discomfort isn't a sign to stop, but a sign to hold firm. Rather than memorizing times like 3:33 p.m. or 9:09 a.m., notice your own patterns. You might see certain hours or repeated number sequences showing up when these rings occur. Over time, you build a personal map of how the universe nudges you. The crucial window, what to do when the ring happens. One insight many overlook is that from the very moment that ring begins, there's a sort of countdown, a window of opportunity, perhaps up to about 2 days, during which your choices have extra weight. For those with the M or crescent moon sensitivity, this window can feel especially potent. What you do here can steer you toward a breakthrough or into a confusing detour. Pause and ground. As soon as you notice the ringing, resist the urge to carry on distracted. Take a few breaths. If possible, stand or sit quietly for a short time. Touch something natural, bare feet on the earth, a wooden surface, or even water. This simple grounding calms the heightened energy field, so you can choose rather than react. Observe and record. Write down what you experienced. Which ear rang? At what exact moment? What thoughts or feelings were present? Over time, these notes reveal meaningful patterns. Perhaps left ear rings align with certain emotional themes, right ear rings with new doors opening. This becomes your spiritual journal, guiding you in future shifts. Cleanse and protect. Within the first hours, do something to clear any distracting or heavy energy. It might be a brief salt bath, smudging with herbs, or listening to frequencies that calm you. Even a simple visualization of light surrounding you can help. This isn't superstition. It's like putting on protective gear before entering a storm. When energy levels shift, lower vibrations can sneak in and muddy your clarity. A small ritual helps maintain your own vibrational stability. Set your intention. Speak or write a brief declaration. You choose to align with the highest good, to welcome clarity and guidance, to decline interference or fear. This intention acts like a steering wheel for your path. For someone tuned in, even a few sincere words can ripple through the unfolding events. Stay mindful, not reactive. Over the next day or two, expect subtle tests, random emotional waves, surprising messages from others, minor setbacks, or sudden anxieties. These are like checkpoints. Will you respond calmly or get drawn into drama? When something arises, pause, breathe, and choose your response rather than reacting on autopilot. This steadiness helps you remain on the timeline leading to the outcome you truly want. During this period, you may notice repeated number patterns, perhaps on clocks, receipts, or random thoughts. These aren't coincidences, but gentle confirmations. Pay attention to what stands out. If you see a sequence that recurs, consider its meaning in your own journey. For example, a code that once felt comforting might signal protection now. Why ignoring the ring can cost you, and how to reset. If you repeatedly miss these windows, if the rings come and you brush them off, you may start to feel dull or disconnected. Over time, it can seem like your intuition weakens. That's like static building on a radio signal. The messages become harder to hear. For sensitive, chosen ones, this piling up static can create confusion or a sense of being lost. But it's not too late. Even if you feel you've missed many signals, you can clear the residue and reawaken your sensitivity. Think of it as recalibrating your spiritual antenna. The key steps are: 1. Acknowledgement without shame. Admit inwardly, or in writing, that you've overlooked warnings before. Without blaming yourself, recognize that this moment matters. Forgive yourself and decide to realign now. 2. Clear old energy blocks. Use a focused ritual, perhaps a dedicated meditation or a ceremony where you symbolically release what's stuck. For example, write down habits or beliefs that pulled you off track, then safely burn the paper or dissolve it in water. Whatever resonates as letting go. 3. Renew your tracking practice. Start fresh by noting any subtle signals from today onward. Track ear rings, intuitive nudges, dreams, synchronistic signs. Building this habit reinforces your connection to inner guidance. 4. Reaffirm your purpose. Remind yourself of why you're here, the unique gifts or mission you hold. This helps anchor you so that when the next ring comes, you're already oriented toward what truly matters, rather than drifting in distraction. 5. Cultivate daily grounding. Beyond immediate reactions, weave simple grounding practices into your routine. Brief pauses, breathwork, time in nature, or whatever fits your lifestyle. This steady baseline makes it easier to notice and respond when energy shifts. Through this reset process, you gradually clear the fog so the next signal arrives clearly. You learn that each ring isn't a random annoyance, but an invitation to participate consciously in your unfolding path. Weaving this understanding into your daily flow, it helps to integrate awareness into everyday life. You don't need grand ceremonies. Tiny habits suffice. Morning check-in. Before diving into tasks, take a moment to feel into your body, noticing any subtle buzzing or shifts. This builds sensitivity, so you catch signals sooner. Midday. Pause. A brief break to breathe and observe how you feel keeps your field balanced, reducing the shock if a ring or nudge appears later. Evening reflection. Note any surprising thoughts, dreams, or signs you encountered. Over time, patterns emerge that guide your choices. When you see that inner awareness as part of your normal rhythm, the rings no longer startle you. Instead, they become familiar. A friend tapping you on the shoulder, telling you to look up and see what's unfolding. Encouragement for new and returning listeners. If this resonates with you, but you're new to noticing such subtle signals, take heart. The very fact you're reading or hearing this now is itself a form of ringing. It's as if the universe is offering a fresh window, a chance to begin tracking and responding consciously. You don't need to have it all figured out. Start small. When you notice an unusual sensation or synchronistic moment, simply pause and acknowledge it. Over days and weeks, you'll grow more attuned. If you've tracked before but felt you lost the thread, use today as a reset. Forgive past misses and commit to the simple practices above. Even a single sincere intention can shift your field and open new pathways. A simple guide for the next shift. When you notice your earring or any strong intuitive nudge, remember. Pause. Stop whatever you're doing for a moment. Breathe. Ground. Touch something natural if possible. Feel your feet or hands connecting to the earth. Recall your intention. Remind yourself, I choose clarity and alignment. Keep it short and heartfelt. Observe. Stay open to subtle signs, thoughts, feelings, number patterns, dreams that may guide you over the next hours. Respond. Don't react. If a challenge or opportunity arises, choose a calm, deliberate response rather than an impulsive reaction. Reflect. Later. After 48 hours, look back. What patterns appeared? How did you feel? What unfolded? This reflection deepens your map for next time. These steps aren't complicated rituals. They're mindful pauses woven into daily life. The more you practice, the more natural they feel. And the more clearly you'll see the messages that arrive through subtle signals. When tough moments arise, sometimes the ring precedes a heavy challenge, an emotional release, a financial or relationship upheaval, or a deep inner shift. In those times, remind yourself that the signal is not to scare you, but to prepare you. You may feel pressure or resistance mounting. Rather than avoiding it, acknowledge it as part of the process. Stay grounded, reach out for supportive conversation if needed, and hold your intention for clarity and growth. If you find yourself overwhelmed, pause the steps above into smaller bites, a few breaths, a brief grounding thought, a gentle reminder of your intention. Over time, even brief moments of mindful presence can help you navigate storms with more ease. Embracing the journey. This path of noticing subtle signals and responding with intention is not about rigid rules or fearing missed warnings. It's an invitation to live more consciously, to perceive the deeper currents behind ordinary events. The ear-ringing or sudden intuitive nudge becomes a teacher, guiding you toward choices that honor your purpose. You may sometimes slip, forget to pause, or miss a signal. That's part of being human. Each moment of awareness, however small, rewires your relationship with guidance. As you practice, you'll find that your life unfolds with a deeper sense of flow and resilience. What once felt eerie or unsettling transforms into a source of empowerment. You know you're not drifting blindly, you're collaborating with the unseen forces shaping your journey. If you've felt the mysterious ring and wondered what it meant, remember, it's not random. It's a prompt to pause, to ground, to set your intention, and to stay aware over the next hours. By doing so, you align with opportunities, navigate challenges wisely, and gradually clear any fog that dims your intuition. Whether you're marked with a sign on your palm or simply someone learning to tune in, these simple practices can help you meet life's shifts with greater confidence and grace. Take a moment now. Recall the last ringing you experienced. What unfolded afterward? Jot it down or hold it in your mind as a reminder that you already have inner guidance. From here on, whenever the ring appears, Greet it as a friend bringing news from deeper layers of reality. With each conscious response, you strengthen your connection to that guidance, and your path becomes clearer. Thank you for joining this decoding journey. May you walk forward with awareness, ready to embrace every signal as an invitation to step into your fullest potential.